What's up, guys? Woo! Oh man. So yeah, guys, this is the Otaku Weekly Roundup. This is my third live stream for the day. Did one with Shay earlier. Had a ton of fun. Was up photo gun. I did a stream with Shay earlier, and then I did Justin Sevegas and I are doing a weekly show, or not a weekly show. Probably gonna be monthly. He's going on vacation here soon. Brennan, what's going on, buddy? How are you guys tonight? How's everyone doing? Um, So, Talking Weekly Roundup's just going to be a thing I do every Monday night in place of what the Dadcast was. Just a place to relax, uh, tell you guys what I've been watching, what I've been reading, doing this week. So, I want to get my thoughts about Pokemon out. I briefly talked about this with Shay, but this has been a really good year for video games in general. Sekiro came out, probably my game of the year so far. JRPG wise, Trails of Cold Steel, the three first games out of the four that are in that series. Crystar came out this year. Games from last year that I played, Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. But Pokemon, to me, has been pretty boring so far. I just have not been enjoying it. And also, can you guys hear me all right? Sometimes this mic picks up stuff really easily, and sometimes it doesn't. So let me know if you guys can hear me. But yeah, usually Pokemon is just a pretty easy game, but this year it seems extraordinarily easy. I'm not one professor. I watched the first episode of Blu-ray Gun and Devoted Fanboy. Good stuff. Blu-ray Guy and Devoted Fanboy. Yeah, thank you, Professor. We're actually we're leaning on the name. What was it? I have it. Justin texted me. It's on my phone, but it's actually Fan versus Pro or something like that, or Pro versus Fan. That's what we're leaning towards right now. But also, by the way, if you guys won anything in the giveaway last week, I'm sending out I'm gonna be doing them in like individual spurts. I'm gonna be sending the first batch out tomorrow. My grandfather, I don't know if you guys know, but my grandfather's health has been pretty bad. He's been failing. So I am going to babysit him tomorrow, and this didn't have a lot of time to pack stuff up. But I know Mesky OJ is getting his thing. A couple other people, and Professor, I might have yours out tomorrow too. Even though he didn't win anything, I decided to just throw him because he participated. He's been watching the stream, so. What's going on, Lucas? How are you, bud? If you guys see me looking this way, I have YouTube up on the second monitor, my first monitor, because I'm using StreamYard, so the comments load faster on YouTube than they do StreamYard. But yeah, Pokemon's been boring, honestly. It's fun in spurts, but if I play more than an hour straight, I am just like it puts me to sleep, which honestly is probably pretty good for me. I haven't been sleeping. I actually just beat the first gym boss or the first gym leader, and he was all grass type. So I had one fire Pokemon, which is Vulpix, in my party, and then I killed both of his Pokemon, his two Pokemon, with one shot. And then the whole Dynamax system seems super corny, super cheesy. There's not a lot of depth to it, honestly. Your guy just gets bigger for 3 turns and a little bit more powerful. What's going on, Migs? What's the second stream? What's the second stream, bud? Let me know. What's going on, MJ? How are you, buddy? Good to see you. But yeah, the whole Dynamax thing just doesn't seem very good to me. It's just I think it's a gimmick that they threw in, just trying to maybe flesh out the game a little bit, pad it a little bit. But yeah, it's just it's super gimmicky. It's kind of boring. Those Dynamax raids that they were hyping up I've done like maybe 5 or 6 of them, and they've all been incredibly easy. Like literally one hit, kill you, get the Pokemon down. Um, you throw the ball, you catch it, that's it. And controversy aside, I understand why people are upset, obviously, uh, because Pokemon's been all about catching every single Pokemon, carrying your Pokemon over, um, you know. But oh, Migs, you don't want to watch the Otaku chat stream, not to be rude or anything, but you know, um, but yeah, the whole system seems kind of boring. Um, just kind of sucks. Um, but I have been. I'm doing good. I'm at a hotel. Got up early and getting ready to go enlist that army at MEPS. Oh, you're gonna go enlist for the army? Well, thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your service. Or your soon to be service. I still have to play Ultra Sun. Gonna wait until Sword and Shield has the frame rate pop in issues. That's another problem. I've heard people defend it and say it's not that bad, but honestly, it is terrible. Like it's bad, 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 bad. And I don't know if it's because. So first off, the like area that is super big, like the open world area, uh, isn't that it's not that detailed. There's not a lot of stuff to do in it, and it kind of sucks. Um, it's just not very detailed. Um, but then again, at the same time, um, it's on the Switch. I mean, I've heard people say it's on dock mode. It's not that patchy and framey, but who knows? Did you pick up Death Stranding? No, I want to. I mean, as weird as that game sounds, that sounds like it'd be right up my alley. So I definitely want to pick that game up. That's definitely on my list. What's up, Flip? What's up on Slim? What have you been up to? Besides work, a little bit of Pokemon here and there. I finished a bunch of one shots, which I'll be doing reviews on the channel. But to give you guys like a brief preview, uh, Velveteen and Mandala, which is by the same manga behind Freesia. If you guys have read scans of that, it's a really good seinen manga. Really messed up. And Velveteen and Mandala it's about equally messed up, but it's compacted into a one shot, so it's a little more bite sized. I like it a lot. It's about two girls, Velveteen and Mandala. They're in post apocalyptic Tokyo. They're not friends. They dislike each other, and it's them trying to survive and go through the world. And the stuff that they do, there's a scat scene, like really bizarre. And then the other one I've been reading is Bloody Stumps Samurai, which is a Giga. I don't know the mangaka's name offhand. I need to, probably learn that. But Bloody Stump Samurai, I like whoever published that. Again, I should probably have this on hand and be able to tell you guys. Go pick that up. That is an amazing release. The only problem I have with it is that the actual typography, like the actual like style of text they use, is very bland. Like it doesn't fit what's going on in the pages. But apparently that manga, that one shot, had a lot to do with political stuff. Like it like pushed boundaries in Japan. There's a whole bunch of essays at the back of the book, a lot of extras. It's a really nice release. And then other than that, I've also been reading Wolf Again, which is put out by Jin Manga, and it's a good boxing family drama manga that's really, really good. Want to ask you, what would you recommend first anime, TV show, or manga for a first timer? Well, for both of those answers, I would probably give you like shonen answers. If you like shonen, my favorite battle shonen of all time is Yu Yu Hakusho. It's a little bit older, so the animation might not, be up to par for your taste. But if you do like shonen and you want something that's well animated, I recommend the 2011 Hunter x Hunter series. That is an insane like first off, the fact that they were able to come out with that quality of animation week after week for 100 and something weeks is just mind blowing. The final volume on Blu-ray comes out really soon. Hopefully, we'll see like a box set soon. That's one of my favorite. They're both done by the same manga, the same creator, Tagashi. But I always feel like his anime adaptations of his work are better than the manga. Yu Yu Hakusho's ending manga wise feels kind of I don't know, stunted, but the anime adaptation of it is incredible. They add a character that's anime only. It works, and they have a proper ending. It's awesome. Game Freak took a huge blow this year. I want to see what they're going to do next year. Honestly, as much as they said that they aren't going to patch in Pokemon into the game, I wouldn't be surprised. Little Town Hero came out. I feel like I was talking to I think it was Shay who said this today that it feels like they split their time between Little Town Hero and Pokemon Sun and Sword and Shield. Both those games came out like a month and a half apart, which you know kind of sucks because I think both of them have really good ideas. They just aren't fleshed out enough. Can't go wrong with Death Note. Yeah, Death Note's solid, but Death Note is very much it's very much like a junior high manga and anime. I don't want to sound disrespectful. Maximum the Hormone, the second opening, though. What up, people? That is a banger of an opening. That's one of my favorite openings of any anime ever. And I love Maximum the Hormone. It's so good. Started my first mecha anime today, Gurren Lagann. Cheers to you, Slim. Oh, man. Gurren Lagann. I could talk for hours. Actually, the lost episode of Flipcast was with On the Shelf, Callum over there in the UK. And we both did like a deep dive on Gurren. And it's one of my favorite shows. It pays such lovely homage to Giant Robot series. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I got the Aniplex box set. It's seriously one of the best mecha shows of the last 15 years, because it came out in 2007-ish. Really, really good. Yo, Night Dweller, what's going on, Night Dweller? By the way, Night, I said this earlier, if you're still here, I am sending out prizes and waves because I got a lot of family stuff going on. Like tomorrow I have to babysit my grandfather early in the morning, so the goal is to go to post office before and then go babysit him, because my grandmother's got hospital or got doctor's appointments. My grandfather, his heart's only working 46%. He's got really bad dementia. He can't be left alone. So I volunteered to pitch in and help out. So if I don't get yours out this week, it will be out next week for sure, or maybe throughout this coming week with work. I'll try to get it in before I get to work in the morning. Have you read Seven Deadly Sins? No, I haven't. Actually, I have read Volume 1, and Bay Senpai says one of the best, I think he said, villains ever in indie shonen is on there. So I might stick it out maybe eventually, but right now I only own 2 shonen in my entire collection left, like hard shonen, like Shonen Jump shonen. I got Yu-Gi-Oh and Shaman King. So I've sold off most of my shonen. No Death Note. Try Prison School or 20th Century Boys. For a first time manga, I would probably not recommend 20th Century Boys at all. That is a really intense manga. Urasawa is definitely when you get into manga, you that's one of the greats. Obviously, I think he's fantastic, and I think he's an incredible mangaka, an incredible storyteller, incredible artist. But I definitely would say don't start off with him first, because he's definitely not very user friendly right away. To be honest, Yu Yu Hakusho is way better animated than the Hunter x Hunter remake. Hunter x Hunter doesn't have a Dragon of the Darkness Flames whole episode is a Sakura episode. But then again, I prefer retro stuff. I prefer retro stuff too. That's why I prefaced it by saying, hey, if that's not your animation style, the Hunter x Hunter remake is really good. But yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho, out of all my anime, I think Yu Yu Hakusho and JoJo's are the two shonen, like Shonen Jump anime that I have. I really want to get those steel books because they're super nice. I told myself I'd wait till all 4 seasons were out and then I'd buy them. So if I do end up getting them, I'll probably give away seasons 1 through 4, standard edition. Nothing beats Attack on Titan. I do like Attack on Titan a lot. As you guys can see, I got all of it in the back here. I love Attack on Titan, obviously. Even with its criticisms, I think it's a really good series. I think Hajime Isayama is a very good writer. He's definitely a better writer than he is an artist. So pick up Attack on Titan if you guys haven't read it. Hello, Multiversity. Hello, man. How are you doing, sir? Lucifer died for our sins. That's pretty funny. But yeah, other than the one shots, I'm preparing to do a review. I got a couple of video ideas. I'm gonna be very clickbaity with the title and say the top 15 greatest manga of all time, and then do the ones I really like. And then I'm going to be doing some anime reviews. I've been watching a lot, and I mean a lot of mecha that I wouldn't have watched otherwise. Like I picked up Asura Cryon during the Right Stuff sale. It's pretty okay, it's pretty all right. And then Star Driver. Finally, I decided to go ahead and just settle on DVD for set 1 instead of Blu-ray because this is one of the last things Bandai put out. So beggars can't be choosers. You gotta settle when you can. It's late here in Germany. What time is it? You guys are what? Probably 7 hours ahead. I know Sicily, where my family's from, is about almost 8, depending on. Oh, I got High Dive. That's another thing I want to talk about. For streaming services, High Dive is scratching a lot of stuff. Like they got Garo, which is a very mature tokusatsu. They got 3 seasons in one of the movies, and then so this is the thing. Okay, we're gonna talk about New York City Comic Con too because this ties into it. Sentai Filmworks licensed a handful of old Tatsunoko production stuff to High Dive, and in the High Dive presser, when the shows got announced, they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we have these are from our friends at Sentai Filmworks. Here's what they have to say." And when they were talking about it, I was hoping with New York City Comic Con coming around, I was hoping that they would announce a Blu-ray release. And man, what a disappointment for me personally with announcements. Like nothing besides Megalobox season 2. Nothing got my attention. I'm not excited for a single thing that got announced at New York City Comic Con. I don't know if it's just because I'm stuck in, like because I mostly watch and enjoy retro anime. I don't know if it's because of that or what, but I am not enjoying anything that got announced, and it really kind of makes me sad because I want to be excited for stuff. I want to enjoy things, and yeah, nothing that got announced was just caught my eye. I thought it was a terrible con. Every panel I was looking forward to. I was looking forward to the 2 Sentai Filmworks con and or panel, and they didn't announce anything that I thought was good. Golden Lighten got licensed on High Dive, and man, I would absolutely kill for a Blu-ray of that. That show is awesome. Gold Lighten as a character has a deep history in fighting games, and I would love to see that physically, even if it's just a crappy DVD release. I want a physical copy. Again, I keep like dreaming like maybe I should quit the pizza business and open up my own company and be like, license Gold Lightan, license Panzer World Gallant, and Kamen Rider, and then never make any money ever because I'd just be licensing very niche, crappy titles that only I would like. But yeah, High Dive's really good, like really, really good. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. I think it was George Horvath. I had him on, and I kind of shit talked High Dive, and then he was like, "No, you should check out High Dive." So I did, and I was like, "Wow." Crunchyroll, obviously, I'm still going to remain sub to because Discotheque has a bunch of Crunchyroll stuff, and if I'm ever like bored or somewhere, I want to continue a title, I can just throw it on. But High Dive has um, a lot of nice little titles. Migs asks, "What's my starter in Sword and Shield?" I picked I don't know their names. What are their the grass guy? I know that sounds terrible, but I don't know any of the starters' names. I think I just think the new Pokemon are kind of forgettable, honestly. Um, Not that that's a bad thing, because some people might actually like their designs a lot, but I just don't think they're very good. I think they are kind of bad. Mine was Grookey, yeah, Grookey. Uh, Grookey. Was tempted to buy Made in Abyss Blu-ray today, but I didn't. You should. Made in Abyss is a really good series. Like I've said, every time the series gets brought up, my wife was pretty engaged with it, and there all all the questions just now popped up on StreamYard. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay, but yeah, I I personally love uh, Made Made in Abyss. I think it's one of the better um, series of the last handful of years. But yeah, my wife really likes it. I think it's solid. The manga is supposed to be better than the anime. It's supposed to get darker, and I can kind of see that. I've definitely opened up the pages at Barnes and Noble, but that's a series I'm definitely wanting to collect eventually down the road. But right now, collecting is slowing down because I'm in a place where I love my collection. I love walking in and looking at it and just being overall pretty satisfied with the crap that I have. Uh, you know, when you start collecting, when you get into a new hobby for the first time, and manga's been a hobby and a passion. Manga and anime has been something I've been into since early on, like before junior high. But as an adult, you get back into the hobby, and you look around and you're just like, holy crap, there's so many series. So you just start collecting to collect, and then you fall into the rabbit hole. And when you have so many series that you haven't read yet, that are just on your shelves, that are on your TBR shelf, um, you get kind of overwhelmed with how much choice you have, and it sucks. So I've been trimming the fat. I've sold a lot of manga. I'm talking like a lot. I'm actually I am shipping out. I sold off a Kami Got Kill, and then since that dude waited a week for me to ship it, I threw in Beats. I threw in Devil's Line for him because they're just taking up space on my shelf. Series I'm never gonna finish or collect. I just picked up the manga for Made in Abyss. Is definitely really worth reading. So from what I understand, I could be wrong, but from what I understand is that the anime ends at volume 5 or like midway through volume 5, and then the movie's going to adapt the next arc. So I'm excited for the movie. The one modern anime I think needs a Western Blu-ray release here is Showa Jiroko Raku Shinju, best anime of the decade. I'm gonna have to see Professor. No, Q, you're not late at all, man. You're more than early, man. We just started maybe 20 minutes ago. Okay, I'm sure because you always type in the Japanese names. See, this, huh? Does this not have an anime release in the West? This sounds cool. It definitely sounds like it'd be like right up my alley. Best anime of the decade, in my opinion, with JoJo, Kill la Kill, March Comes In Like a Lion. I'm trying to think of what else. Attack on Titan. Even though I don't like the story, I think Demon Slayer just visually needs to get some props. The decade, I'm trying to think. Rainbow was good. I'm pretty sure that was 2011. Mecha wise, what did Star Driver come out? I like Star Driver. I'm liking Asura Crying. I'm trying to look around like what newer stuff came out in the last decade. But like you, most of my stuff is moderately retro. Yeah, Kiz Niver, anything Trigger really, honestly, besides Darling. Premiere, absolutely Premiere. That was what's going on. What's going on, Udanaku? Hey, just to give you a heads up, bud. Earlier when you were asking questions, we were seeing them, but we were having like a pretty serious conversation. You're more like, this is the time to ask any question that you want. You're more than welcome to ask anything. You guys are, all of you guys are, what's going on, Justy Hook? You guys are all more than welcome to ask anything. To be honest, I'm new to manga. Came to your channel because of your Hellboy vid, but oh boy, manga getting addictive. Buying Enyo Asano like crazy. Thank you, man. Yeah, my Hellboy vid is something I was really proud of. I put, like, for those of you guys who don't read comics, I put every single, at the time of the recording, every single Hellboy trade and hardback in chronological order, even though the series is like just all over the place, and put it out all in chronological order and explain why I did the way I did that. I can understand my question was out of context. You're all good, buddy. What happened to your podcast with you and Alonzi? So the whole Otaku Mike thing, we recorded it before Mike put up his apology video, and honestly, I said some mean things and I regret saying them, so I took it down, or I'm gonna edit it out. But Alonzi, me and Alex are buddies. He will be back on Flipcast for sure. I love that guy. I think also he said a couple things that might have rustled some jimmies. So, you know. Have I read Tokyo Ghoul? Yeah, I've told the story before. I don't know if you can see it. Tokyo Ghoul is it's right here. Yeah, that's Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul and Attack on Titan, obviously, are two series that had an immense hype around them. And it's a series, both of them are a series that I pushed back and didn't want to jump in because I didn't want to ride the hype train. But I found a lot on eBay a couple years ago for all of Tokyo Ghoul and bought it. And then one night randomly was like, you know what? I'm going to start it. I'm going to start it up. And I read the entire Tokyo Ghoul series in one sitting over the course of, I think, 7 hours. Like, I didn't go to bed till 7 in the morning. It was during a time when I didn't have to go to work the next day. I also don't think my daughter was born yet. So it was like right before I just right before she was born. So I love it. I think Tokyo Ghoul is really good. Dang, one dislike already. Yeah, there's a couple people that go through. I know a couple people with multiple accounts who go through my videos and dislike them out of jealousy. So good for them. Sarah for the M is one of my favorites, but I think it's looked over too much. You know, now Fraud or Frado or however you pronounce your name, would you recommend the Sarah for the End anime or the manga? Let me know which one you would recommend, because it's a series that I'm interested in picking up. Mate, wanted to know things which you look for before picking up a manga series, like popularity, story, art, etc. So there's a couple things. I think a manga for me to pick up has to do a couple of things right. So if obviously the art is going to be the thing that you're looking at the most. Um, so if the art doesn't, if you don't like the art, then you're probably not going to like the entire manga. Um, I can overlook bad art if the writing is really good, though, kind of like Attack on Titan. Not to say Isayama is a bad artist; he has gotten a lot better as time has gone on. But starting on, it's a rough series to like get into if you're just going in blindly and just looking at the art. Writing has to be good. If the writing is bad, then I can't. Like for instance, Lychee Light Club, which is right over there. Lychee is the art is incredible, but the content in it and the way it's written, I do not jive with at all. So it's got to be a little bit of everything. But then again, there's been times where, for instance, the Demon Slayer manga, I absolutely did not like. I thought it was kind of garbage, honestly. And then the anime, because it's so well animated, kind of turned me back into a fan of that series. And then I wanted to pick up the rest of the manga and see where the manga continues from where the anime left off. Tokyo Ghoul is probably my all-time favorite manga. That and Goodnight Poon Poon. Goodnight Poon Poon, I've said this before. I've read once, and that's it. I'm never going to read Goodnight Poon Poon again. I think I'm going to just walk away from that series altogether. I sold it off. I think Inyo Asano is one of the greatest living mangaka, and I think him and Naoki Urasawa in decades to come are going to be two of the mangaka that we look at the same way that we look at Tezuka. But that manga emotionally brought up things for me that I don't want to even think about. So it's one of those really rough mangas for me personally. But that says a lot about him as a mangaka, that he can elicit such strong feelings. Nice. I'm reading volume 3 right now. Tokyo Ghoul is awesome. It is very good. It's actually very good. It's very deserving of all the hype. The anime is interesting, but the art in the manga can be so much more gruesome. They didn't really fail as an adaptation. The anime has really stunning coloring, but the manga is my choice. It's a hard choice, though. Huh? You know what, man? I'm gonna take your recommendation, and I'm gonna start watching a little bit of the series and see how I like it if I decide to purchase it. This was first. I like how those Dark Horse Berserk Deluxe Edition looks in the anime of Golden Age. In the anime of the Golden Age arc were good, but I hate the art of the books. Whoa, really? I think Mira is one of the greatest artists of all time. Personally, that's just my opinion, though. Obviously, you have a very different opinion, but man, I strong disagree with you. But I still love you. Have I read King and Ashura? King and Ashura. I have read most of King and Ashura. I actually like the Netflix anime adaptation. I think it's pretty good, actually. I know Base Senpai is a huge fan of King and Ashura. So when are you and your little girl going to cosplay as Little Wolf and Cub? Actually, she had her hair up in a ponytail today, and she looked like a little samurai. So maybe soon. That would be awesome. Actually, that'd be really cute. Justy Hook, how's your TBR flip? Justy, by the way, sending out your prize probably tomorrow. I don't, like I said this before. I gotta go babysit my grandfather who's sick, so I'm gonna be going to the post office tomorrow. But yeah, anyways, how's my TBR? My TBR is actually pretty low. Everything in my collection now has been read, 100%. My anime collection has not been seen. I haven't seen everything yet. But yeah, all my manga in my collection I've read. I could probably grab any series off the shelf and talk to you about it. How about yours? Your TBR was pretty small. I bought Kami Got Killed, by the way. Oh, awesome, dude. Thank you so much. Yeah, that is going out tomorrow. I threw in, like I was saying earlier, I threw in like 19 extra volumes for you. I threw in Beat complete, well, all that's complete in English because I only got up to volume 12 before I went on hiatus in Japan. I think Japan might have got 13. I threw in Devil's Line for you. So thank you so much for buying that, by the way. Your box is actually, it's right there. It's the camera's and the mic's in the way. The camera's like, yeah, see that box? There it is. right there, right underneath my armpit. Got to read those comics then. Got to read those comics again. Yeah, you know, I have a couple comics that I need to read. But I did start Power Rangers, but I'm like, I literally have everything in my collection read, except for maybe year 2 in Shattered Grid of Power Rangers. Beat Psychopaths Doubles Line. Doubles Line was part. Yeah, I will throw in Psychopaths 2. It'll be in it'll be in 2 packages then, because your box is entirely full. It's like it's really full. I'll throw in I'm trying to get comments off here. I'll throw in volume 1 of Mob Psycho 100. I had 2 of those for some reason. So Jin Graves, hey, what's going on, Jin Graves? Nice to see you, sir. My TBR has 8, and I have that 3rd Berserk Deluxe Edition on the tail end. So you got 11 volumes, because that's a 3-in-1, man. On omnibuses always go to the end of the TBRs. For me, honestly, I prefer reading hardcovers more, just because, like Ice and I, you know, we're both fans of comics as well. Omnibuses, for me personally, are a better format. I love reading hardcovers, and I wish manga got more hardcovers, but the ones we have are pretty nice. We got the Berserk Deluxe Editions, we got the Gundam Origin. Honestly, I think Viz's hardcovers kind of fucking suck. Levius and Drifting Classroom, just like the quality is not good at all, in my opinion. Like, just they feel like they're gonna break every time you open it. It creaks. I don't like them. Seven Seasons Classic Collection held up really well, honestly. Those books are hard covers. You can knock on some wood on those books. Where's Jen's box? I don't know, Jen. Honestly, man, with everything that happened, if you want some random HG Gundams that are still sealed, I can send you probably 2 that'll never get built. But or I'll just read, or I'll just send you 1, because I don't want you sending 1 to Mike. No offense to him. All good, nice. My TBR includes 67 volumes of Naruto. Damn, dude, you're gonna be at over 70 volumes, like 80 volumes by the time my box comes, dude. You better start reading Naruto tonight. But $100 for 67 volumes of Naruto is actually a really good deal. So congratulations to you, man. That's awesome. Oh no, best for last, right? Yeah, best for last. Have you ever read Gone? Yeah, I have actually. Otaku Mike did a recommendation video, and I ended up checking it out shortly after. And it's cute. It's a very, very fun manga. I thought it was very cute. By the way, Levius, did they flip it? It's read traditional English comics wise, or normal, like left to right. From what I understand, I don't know if that's just how it's written in Japan, because there'd be no incentive for them to flip it. Honestly, there's no reason that they would flip it, like, at all. It looks, I mean, the art is really nice. I don't know if I'm going to continue it though, because it's such a, like, it's just, I don't know, like the pacing at times is super off. But it's a prequel, so I might check out Levius EST. But as a standalone, I think it's pretty good. Have you read Erased? I have not read Erased. That is a series that I really want to read. I just don't have the time right now, because I'm trying to trim down my collection and not add on new series to it. Jin Graves, hell yeah, to use too, sir. Got the new No Guns Life. Have you got or read it yet? And if so, how was it? I only have volume 1, and I was very positive on volume 1. I thought volume 1 was really, really good. The anime I'm actually kind of liking. I don't like the anime as much as the manga though, but I love the coloring. Madhouse does a pretty solid job of animating stuff. I think they are pretty solid. Fredo says, "Is the Erase manga ending different than the anime?" I think it is. I think I've heard that. I'm not entirely sure. And then he asks on YouTube here, because it's loading faster than StreamYard, have you seen Grimgar Fantasy and Ash? No. How is that series? Like, I haven't really watched a lot of modern series. I haven't really caught up with a lot of stuff. Like me and Professor were talking about, if he's still in here, me and him usually watch a lot of retro stuff. And honestly, anime wise, I haven't really been watching anything. There have been amazing releases throughout the year this year so far, especially at the end. We got Juspian, Message from Space, Ultra Q, Ultra Man. Tomorrow we get Ultra G and Ultra Orb. Then we're getting and then the Godzilla Blu-ray collection came out from Criterion. And then December we're getting Ultra 7. So as a Toku fan, I've been just in love. And then I catch myself watching Jetman again. So Jetman is my favorite Super Sentai series. If you get any chance, you should try a few chapters online of Green Blood. Damn good saying it. I don't like digital. I don't like digital manga. I don't like those girls on Twitter, the shoujo girls. The base senpai calls them shoujo girls. They get really worked up about digital only titles, and I can kind of understand, but at the same time, I like Baki's only digital only, and it really makes me upset that I can't read Baki. But there's a lot of stuff like if I started my own anime company and manga company, if I started my own company, I would license Freesia, the Ichi the Killer manga, and then for anime, I would license like Panzerworld Galliant, Zambot 3, like old school Sunrise giant robot series. And then for Tokusatsu, I would put all my money into Kamen Rider. And then I would not be making any money, like I said earlier. I would be losing bills. Yeah, I personally like it better than the anime. This is about Erase, by the way. The art is really fitting the story. Yen Press put out really nice hardcovers for the series. And then he said the anime has really unique art. It's pretty good, but it doesn't really do source material justice. It's the only light novel series I'm reading at the moment. I like Yen Press as a publisher. Viz loves to change their spines every time they put out reprints. Laugh my ass off. I only own, let me see. Out of all the manga in my collection, I own one manga series from Yen Press, which is Ubo Blatt. And I own one light novel series from Yen Press, or the Yenon, they're like off-brand, which is 86, which is a mecha light novel series. If you guys like light novels, pick that up. It's so good. I will do a review on that. I should do a review on that soon. I really like that series a lot. I love it. One of the best. Best Toku for me has to be a tie between Jetman and Kamen Rider Phase. Man, if we're talking like popular Toku, Jetman for sure. I really like Kamen Rider Build. I really love Build. I thought Build was a fantastic series. What the new one 01 has its moments. I'm not too hot on it. I do like the driver though. It's the first time I've been like, I might buy a Kamen Rider driver. That looks really freaking good. But yeah, my favorite for sure is Jetman. Juspian came out, and that's probably my favorite release of the year. But I just love the Metal Hero series. I think it's so much better than a lot of Toku series, and it's very unique. And they try different stuff too. A guy who follows me on here called Ryu recommended me Guy Ferd, not Guy Ver, which I see. Ice is the next question or next comment I'm gonna be picking up here. But yeah, Guy Ferd, which was produced by Capcom during the heyday of Street Fighter 2. And it's really good. 26 episodes. That's what I might pick it up. There's a Laserdisc version. I might have it just to have it. I think it's really good.
Oh no, I mean try it the evil way. Oh, you mean pirating? Justy hooked. We don't do that here. I don't believe in bootlegs or piracy at all. That's terrible. Don't do that. Um, Justin Savegas and I had a really good talk about bootlegs, and you know, he didn't change my stance on it. I do think if something's not readily available in the country that I'm in, um, but I didn't know about importing and then re-authoring the disc myself. Which thank you, shout out to Logan. He told me how to do that, and I started doing that. Like that's why I got Panzer World Gallant right here. That's why I imported this bad boy. That's Daikuga, but this bad boy of a box set. I'm going to add the English subtitles to it. But yeah, so my buying bootleg days are over. Been looking to pick up the Guyver OVA, which means Discotech might pick it up soon. I don't own any Guyver as much as I'm a big fan of that series. I am. I put that on my Christmas wish list. So hopefully my wife or somebody picks it up for me. A chapter or two won't hurt. Yeah. I'm planning on picking up 86. It's on my wish list right now. It's really good. It's a really solid light novel series. It's the second light novel series I started. The first one is that terrible Berserk light novel. It's god awful. One of the worst things I've ever read in my entire life. Picked up the ending of Gundam Wing manga. A little rushed, but that's to expect. How is that? Because I'm a huge Gundam fan. Wing is my favorite edgelord series of all time. Is it good? Because I want to pick it up. 14 volumes, not that big of a commitment. It's one that and Captain Harlock are the two series that I miss them that are missing from my collection that I want the most. I'm going on a car ride to another state this weekend, and it's in a travel van that has a DVD player. Plan on watching my DVDs of Terror and Resonance. Yeah, the Blu-rays just went out of print, I believe. So hold on to those. Those might be worth some money someday. I'm actually picked up the platinum edition of Neon Genesis. I'm glad I found it. I'm glad you found it too. I only have the bootlegs for Neon Genesis, so most of my anime is Blu-ray, which is sad because I would love to watch something like Check a Coffin Princess on the way. Is that good? Man, you are just naming series left and right that I want to check out. How is Chika? Bought Control T and Control T2 directly from Japan. So happy. What is that? I don't even. You guys are just dropping titles I don't even know. I'm a little repetitive. It's a little repetitive to be honest, but after thinking it over, it's pretty good. Yeah, but that's just Gundam. Gundam is pretty repetitive at times for a lot of the series. Good old monster. I have the out of print box set Terror Resonance. Yeah, hold on to that, man. That might be worth a pretty penny someday. Yeah, for me, trying to think, if I were to go on a car ride and I was surrounded by people who didn't, because one time we took a car ride and I put on Violence Jack. That is not a good manga. Just not. I mean, that's not good anime. To just be like, hey guys, let's watch Violence Jack. I'd probably play. Actually, I don't think I have any kid friendly. Oh, like Beyblade. I have Beyblade. I love Beyblade. Can't wait to start the RG Unicorn Perfectibility. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Where is mine? Mine's over there. Mine's right next to me. Yeah, I'm still gonna ship that out. It's just sitting there. I just haven't had a chance to ship anything. Like I said earlier, my grandfather has been in the hospital. So tomorrow is my one chance to, because I'm babysitting. I'm not babysitting a grown man, but he's got really bad dementia and his heart's only working 46%. So he can't be left alone. But my grandmother, his wife, has to go to the doctors because she's got problems too. So my parents are taking her, and then I'm going to his house in the morning to watch him until probably like 8 o'clock at night. So I'm gonna ship that as soon as I can. Chika is a fun series to watch, but not really revolutionary or anything. But it's towards the top of my list. I have a pretty decently large anime collection. It's obviously not as large as my manga collection because I prefer manga over anime. But this whole shelf right here 90%, except for the top row, all of that is discotheque titles. And then I got box sets. Oh, here. It's the Legend of the Galactic Heroes box set, the Gundam Unicorn box set. I got King of the Braves Gal Gaigar, Gantz, Yu-Gi-Oh, Brotherhood, and then Gurren Lagann's right next to that, Gungrave. And then I have an entire, there's all that's anime, all that's Gundam anime. And then I got a shelf over here, which has anime on it as well. I have a pretty decent anime collection as well. You should consider trying out the first volume of Grimgar. Amazon has a pretty large sale in the series right now, I believe. A Fantasy and Ash, the light novel series, is Grimgar an isekai? Is it an isekai? Not a big isekai guy. If you have Hulu, I think you and your wife should watch Shoplifter's Japanese movie. I have a feeling she would like it. I think we do have Hulu. Babe? Hey. She's not here. I thought I heard her in the shower. I don't know if we have Hulu or not. We just got Disney Plus, and that's all that's been going on in my household is Disney Plus all week, which I can't really complain. I like a lot of Disney stuff. I found an old publisher for manga in the US I've never heard of called Go Comic. I've never heard of that either. Hey, Flip, did you ever try Eden Zero? No. I have not tried Eden Zero. I don't think I will be trying Eden Zero. I don't think I'm ever going to try a Matsuma. Is it Matsuma, right? I don't think I'm ever going to try one of his manga. Ever. That's just not my thing. I just don't, I don't know. It's in a fantasy world, but we're about 15 novels, and the community is still theory crafting. As long as it doesn't explicitly say it's an isekai, I might be able to get into it. Again, I'm very picky about isekai. Mandalorian is fucking awesome. It's so good. I think it's pretty good too. I don't think it's incredible, but I do think it's enjoyable. I think it's solid. Episode 1 was really good. I thought the start of it was all right. I thought the fight scene was awesome. Seeing that like droid fight, but we might watch episode 2 tonight. We have to finish The King, so not a fan of Raidmaster. Nah, not really. Never got really into it. I've read it. I thought it was all right, but I just I'm not a big fan of him. I don't like the way he draws people. I don't know. It's just weird. Could you explain why you didn't like Lychee Light Club? I want to buy it soon. There's sexual assault of the main characters are hinted at being 14 because it says one of the main characters would either die or rule the world by 14, and something happens to him at 14. So it said that they're 14. One of the members' younger sisters gets sexually assaulted. And it doesn't add anything to the story, and it shows what happens, and it's insanely graphic, and it's thrown in there for shock value. But besides that, I mean, I read a lot of manga with sexual assault in it. Like Berserk is my favorite series, and there's a lot of it in there. But nothing grossed me out quite like Lychee Light Club. And then the writing, it just felt like someone took a philosophy 101 class and decided to throw in some philosophical ideas in there. I just didn't like it very much. Have you ever checked out Land of the Lustrous? Yeah, I did. I watched that when it was airing, and I thought it was beautifully animated. The cartoon Clone Wars and Rebels are good. Yeah, Clone Wars are very good. I like how it focused on characters, kind of had that Joker feel in a way. Which one? I cannot confirm nor deny that, sir. I want a Baby Yoda figure on my shelf now. Yoda just beat up everything in Star Wars on the cutscene levels. Is that Yoda, though? I mean, spoilers for Mandalorian. Is that Yoda? I'm not sure. But yeah, Taylor and I are probably going to watch that tonight. We have to finish The King. We watched most of it. We have an hour left. We both really like it so far. But the baby woke up and we had to stop watching it, and we ended up just going to bed. Man, the King is good, like really, really good. Robert Pattinson continues to just surprise me, and he's slowly becoming one of my favorite actors. Um, have you ever read the Advance of Zeta manga? No, the only is that ever did that ever get published in the States? The only non-English released Gundam manga I've read is Crossbone. I feel like a lot of plans, uh, a lot of fans, sorry, plans, a lot of fans watch that series. Dude, uh, get into Peaky Blinders. Who says I'm not? My barber, which by the way, No Shave November, he came in and got a pizza, and he was just like, "What the hell are you doing, dude?" My barber loves Peaky Blinders, and I have seen season 1, and I fucking love it, dude. It's giving me that same itch that The Sopranos and The Wire gave me back in the day. So I'm gonna continue watching that. I know you mentioned your videos about not continuing Elfen Lied, but I'm really enjoying the manga. It's dark and messed up, but I do like the quiet moments. I said I was thinking about dropping it, but then later on, I said since there's only 2 more omnibuses left, I might as well finish the series. And I think I will, honestly. I also hear Jedi Fallen Kingdom was great too, looked good. Oh, that Chris Pine movie was pretty good. What is that Chris Pine movie? Something Stab, right? I don't know. Cillian Murphy is amazing, and Tom Hardy has a great side character. Yeah, Cillian Murphy, I think, is underrated as fuck when it comes to acting, dude. He is incredible. For such a very skinny and scrawny guy, he is very physically intimidating in that show. I think it's his eyes, just like the way he looks. He is, man, incredible actor. Favorite anime at the moment? Ooh. I'm watching Gold Lighten on High Dive. It's an old giant robot series. It's goofy. It's got some really dark moments, but it's mostly a pretty lighthearted show. I really like it, and I've been watching that mostly. I think it's pretty solid. I would recommend it. High Dive has really, really surprised me lately. Like I said earlier, High Dive has a bunch of stuff on there that's just right up my alley. But guys, we've been streaming for almost an hour already. Holy crap! So I'm gonna get going probably here in a little bit. We'll probably got 5 minutes left. So if you guys want to ask anything, you can ask anything you guys want. Anything at all. I'll ask it. I will answer anything. Yeah, I definitely want to get into more light novels. I might check out Grimgar if it's reasonably priced on Amazon. I see that the questions on StreamYard. There we go. Boom. Did you hear about my boy Demon Slayer beat One Piece in sales? Good for that, man. Honestly, that's awesome for the business. I just now got Full Metal Panic Invisible Victory Limited Edition for $30. I honestly paid more for an out-of-print release with fantastic extras, but I guess I got a deal on it. That's a good deal. I was really upset that I missed out on that set, but as someone who doesn't like entirely enjoy a lot of the extras, like I think the JoJo's Blu-rays piss me off because I don't want any of that shit. I just want the freaking Blu-rays. I am glad that they're issuing just the Blu-ray release of that. Have you seen Future Diary? I have not seen Future Diary. I have read a couple of volumes of Future Diary though, and I thought it was pretty decent. Believe High Dive got Judah Boy. Yeah, they got Judah Boy. Let me look. Let me look at my queue on High Dive. I have a queue. Where is High Dive on my phone? I have a couple shows that I'm watching here. I guess oh, there we go. I also like the blue and the black on High Dive. I think that's just a really nice. Where's my queue at on the app? But yeah, Judah Boy's on there. Gold Lightan's on there. That Mecha Doc is on there. Garrow. Yeah, so here it is, my queue. Literally Gold Lightan, Mechadoc, and Judo Boy and Garo. That's pretty much it. Do I have a Mao? I don't think. Or I did. There's something wrong with the app on my phone. It just kept crashing, so I quit using it, and I might make a new one. Grimgar Volume 1 is $8.50 right now on Amazon instead of $14. The whole series has a sale, so it's a pretty good time to try. I'll pick up Volume 1 or 2. Definitely dip my toes in there. When do you think Attack on Titan will end? I'd say 6 to 8 months. I say year and a half. I say midway through 2021. I'm going to guess. That's a guess. I'm personally in for the extras. Not a fan of big or excessive packaging, but in for the extras like Criterion or Arrow behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, I like that too. I love that as well. That's why I'm really excited about Discotek's Giant Robo release. Your thoughts on the following manga: Sekiri, Tokyo Mew Mew, Until Death Do Us Part, Yuna and the Haunted Hot Springs, and High School DxD. Thanks and keep up the good work. I have not read Sekiri, Tokyo Mew Mew. Until Death Do Us Part is something I've always wanted to read. I think the premise is really good. This blind guy, Yakuza members, it looks interesting. Yuna and the Haunted Hot Springs, not for me personally. And High School DxD, as much as I don't like fan service that much, High School DxD rocks. Will there ever be a Lobster Johnson omnibus? Yes. They have said that I don't know if they explicitly said Lobster Johnson, but they said as series continue to finish, they will put out hardcovers. That's why we got the Witchfinder hardcover coming out, or it's already out. It's in like October, November is when it's supposed to come out. Yeah, that actually sounds about right. I aim too low, I think, but who knows? Could be rushed and would suck. I don't think he's gonna rush it. I think he might take his time. That's why I think a year and a half is a good guess. Also, what is your favorite anime box set that you have right now? Legend of the Galactic Heroes is one of the most ambitious things I've ever watched. I love the story. I love the characters. I love how just insanely massive that there is, like how much content there is for it. It's like what 150 some episodes, 50 OVAs, just movies. It's such an intense watch, not just for the amount of content, but also the actual content itself. I think it's one of the best series of all time. It's definitely lives up to the hype. Legend of Galactic Heroes is one of my favorite box sets. Right next to it, up there is the Gundam Unicorn Blu-ray. Those two are up there by themselves because I think those two are my favorite. Those are two of my favorite prized possessions in my collection. Along with the Akira box set right above. I don't know if you guys can see this. Yeah, Akira, Alita, and then I got random stuff up there. King of the Braves, Gao Gaigar, which is right there. That's a out of print box set series. It's the only Brave series we got in the US, and I adore that as well. So we answered that. Never too late for a live stream. Hello, people. Hello, Hero. How are you, sir? Hope you're having a good morning, day, night, whatever time of the day it is for you. Did you guys see Chick-fil-A is going to stop supporting anti-LGBTQ communities? So I had 2 spicy chicken sandwiches tonight in celebration. It's awesome. The question that the statement that professor about is asked that just is about to pop up over here on StreamYard. I don't know. Sometimes it's on point and then sometimes it just kind of loads in. Flip. What? Hello, Mr. Sushi. How are you, sir? I am getting ready to actually dip. I'm going to go spend time with my wife before I go to the gym and then pass out. Or I might actually skip the gym because I have to get up early and I am exhausted as it is. I fell asleep on the couch earlier. Legend of the Galactic Heroes is without a doubt my favorite show ever. Other box I recommend is Revolution and Girl Utena. Utena is on my list to buy. I definitely want to pick up Utena. Even if I don't get the box set, I would like to have just the single volumes of that release. Nozomi, honestly, besides Discotek, Nozomi's probably number 2 for me when it comes to favorite companies. They're putting out AD Police here soon. Oh, and thank you, Professor. I just hopped on Twitter and saw that you saw that you linked me that show, so thank you very much. Flip, hello, Chris. Nice to see you, my friend. Always good seeing you. I got the Record of Lodos War book yesterday. The book, is it good? Is it in English? Because you've been buying a lot of French stuff. Who's your favorite first gen Pokemon? Ooh. Mewtwo, probably. I was really upset because my last name is Paris. I was really upset that Paris was a fucking crab. So I was like, damn it, my last name is a crab. And my name, my real first name, is an Italian name, and it translates to one who loves horses. So I've always thought that was kind of annoying. I don't like horses. Yes, it's English. Is it hardback or is it hardcover or what do you call it? Soft cover, paperback. Well, guys, I'm gonna get going. We are a little over an hour. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Seriously, the fact that there's 13 of you guys watching. I've done 3 live streams today. Thank you for everyone that came out and watched the first episode of me and Justin Savakis' show. We'll do episode 2 when he gets back from England. Safe travels to him. I will be doing these live streams. Chris, I want to have you and Sam on next week. OJ was supposed to be on this week, but he told me he couldn't stay long, and then he ended up just joining in the comments. But yeah, next week I would love to have a couple guests. So Chris, for sure, you need to come on. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been doing little random streams super early in the morning. I've been doing streams at like 3 in the morning, and it's a whole different crowd of people that like tune in. So people that watch my content that are from India and Japan are tuning in, which is really cool to like be there and talk to them. So 5 a.m. tomorrow? No. I'm not getting up at 5 a.m. No, but I've been doing this random streams at 3 a.m. When I get home from work and just can't sleep. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for everyone watching. Thanks for all the support, and I seriously appreciate it, guys. And everyone who won something, it'll be out within the next week or so. So, and everyone who's new, who was commenting on stuff, like this guy, Fredo, your box is going out tomorrow. And Professor, thank you for watching. Hero, thanks for watching. Everyone, thanks for watching. Brennan, have a good one. You too, have a good one as well, sir. Yeah, I will wish your grandfather good health, says Alec. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. It means a lot to me. He's 88. He's had a lot of health scares. I think this might be the last year that we're gonna have him now. So thank you so much. Multiversity, thank you for watching. Justin, yeah, expect your drifting classroom, and just if you guys are up at 3 in the morning randomly, you see me streaming, hop on in. I do these all the time. And Ice, good night as well. Ice, thank you so much for always tuning in. Blue Dragon, thank you. You have a good one as well, sir. All right, guys, I'm gonna go hang out with the wife and hopefully not fall asleep. Good night, guys.